All right. It's been a second. This is the Arrow podcast, and the Kansas City Chiefs are 6-0. So let's jump into this previous Super Bowl rematch.
Red and gold. Red and gold. Red and gold.
All right. Don't forget, fellas, like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification, whatever. Let's jump right into this thing, man. So look, guys. Now, there's a few things to get into. We'll get into Mahomes in a second. Number one, the defense is for real. The defense is for real. Now, the loss of Jalen Watson, I think it will be felt because we were kind of feeling the loss of L'Jarius Sneed. Now, it is interesting because I do think that 6 games into last season, our defense is almost way better. It's almost night and day. Like, we look like postseason defense in the first 6 games. So, with that being said, I do think we'll be fine. We do have a few corners emerging. Wallace definitely stood out to me. Najee Johnson, I still need to see. So I'm not feeling Najee Johnson. You guys let me know down in the comments how you feel. I'm not feeling Najee Johnson. Joshua Williams is going to have to come in. So we're going to have probably those plays where those breakdowns, or he'll get hit with a route or a double move or something like that on a deep ball, and he'll get hit. And unfortunately, it may be one extra touchdown that would have been prevented if Jalen Watson was here. Guys, don't mind this. This is a, don't mind that, please. Anyways. Anyways, guys, the emergence of the defense, it took me a few games to be like, okay, this is for real. This is how we're going to play. So now it's almost like it's smash ball. It's smash football, right? We're just going to run it down everyone's throat. Kareem Hunt looks like I told you he would look. I told you guys already. Loving Kareem Hunt. He looks very hungry every single play, every time he gets the ball. And he's put us on his shoulders. Now, Juju going down. Now, he'll probably be out for 2 weeks. He's not going to play, obviously, against the Raiders. But I don't think he plays against the Buccaneers. Buccaneers, guys, sorry, Buccaneers fans, but this should be a walk in the park. And I know, guys, that I have been sitting here saying that no team is going to be a walk in the park, but they have lost Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. Mike Evans, I doubt he plays. So, this should be a walk in the park. Okay? The Buccaneers are also riddled with injuries on defense as well. So, if we don't, hold hands through rose petals watching this game, Chiefs Kingdom, then I will be infuriated. But now, the defense obviously looks good. The defense has been playing perfectly. Now, we shall see moving forth how bad the loss of Jalen Watson will impact our defense. I'm scared. But on to Patrick Mahomes. How about running over Mustafa? Ooh, that play got into the end zone when he ran the guy over and looked down at him, look down at him like that, That play, that was beautiful. Sorry, Niner fans. It is what it ain't. You know what I mean? So, we have 49ers numbers, guys. We own them. I'm sorry. We own the 49ers, point blank period. It is what it is. Okay? So all you conspiracy theorists, flat earthers, continuously blame the refs, even though we are almost every single season the most penalized team in the league every single season. Flat earthers have been pretty quiet lately. Not much on, the firmament and the earth being flat. You know what I mean? You guys hear those firmament guys? The world's surrounded in a firmament. Even though, we won't get into that. It's pretty funny. The verse actually doesn't even pertain to the shape of the earth that they get the whole firmament thing from, but whatever. It is what it is. Flat earthers. So that's they didn't have much material last game because we kind of stomped the 49ers. They kind of got ran through. Now, I don't mean to be, and I only talk this way due to what was said on the sideline last year in the Super Bowl when, the guy was, I don't even remember his name. I don't think anybody does. I'm sure you guys don't. Let me know down in the comments if you do. But the guy that was like, oh, Mahomes ain't no, he's just a regular quarterback. He's just a regular quarterback. And then they proceeded to lose the Super Bowl. So, yeah, they tend to talk a lot. Now, anyways, Mahomes is not playing well, guys. It's not playing well. But if you do remember, there was a person that was playing exactly the same way. And I'll hint. I'll give it to you guys. 2015, the Broncos. Peyton Manning. And what'd they do? They won the Super Bowl. So, I'm not worried about Mahomes. I do think Mahomes does need to get a little bit more comfortable. I do think when the line starts performing correctly, consistently, you will start to see Mahomes do his thing because he's in his head a lot. The offensive line has been bad. They played pretty good against the Niners. They played pretty well. So, but it needs to be on a consistent basis. That way you can see Mahomes get more comfortable because I still think that that's in the back of his mind. He feels like he needs to get the ball out or he's escaping the pocket too early. But once again, guys, I am not concerned. He's still making the plays when needed. That 30-yard run that he kind of shook Fred Warner on, that was hilarious. Fred Warner got put on skates. So we had a guy that got steamrolled and a guy that got put on skates by Patrick Mahomes. Interesting. So the offense did score 28 points, which sadly is the most we have scored this entire season. Probably in a very long time since I can remember. Maybe the Bears game. Guys, it's been a long time since we scored 30 points. It's kind of sad. So, oh, no, you know what? No, I think we scored 30 on the Bills, if I can recall. I'm not sure. But it feels like it's been forever. But, guys, we're winning. He's winning. Now, I'm not going to lie. If I would have done this podcast, if I would have done this right after the game, it probably would be different. It would be different. Pertaining to Patrick Mahomes. But good thing I have to take a day or two to kind of relax, watch the film, kind of, see what exactly went down. And a lot of, even the deep ball to Xavier Worthy, because right now Xavier Worthy should have about 5 touchdowns. But who knows, man? The sun could have been in his eyes. He was facing completely the sun. I think the sun was in his eyes because I've never seen Patrick Mahomes overthrow someone by like 5 yards. Definitely someone that runs a 4.2. But also, man, you got to think that you know what? There's no explanation. I think that the sun was in his eyes. Other than that, it will come, guys. The deep ball will come. I will say Xavier Worthy is open a lot on those touchdown passes. And I think Mahomes needs to get back to the basics, man. For real. Because he had time. He had time to kind of, But once again, that's what kind of weirded me out. Is because he had time. So I do think that the sun was in his eyes. The interceptions weren't necessarily his fault. Xavier Worthy got tripped up, which looked like pass interference to me, but it is what it is. Remember, we pay the refs, guys. Refs are on our side, right? You know what I mean? So, whatever. But anyways, Xavier Worthy fell down, and so, that was an interception. The other one was another tip ball caught by another lineman, which at this point, linemen are just catching interceptions, tipped balls, interceptions on Patrick Mahomes. He's just unlucky. And it is kind of weird because normally Mahomes doesn't get his passes tipped or, knocked out of the air. That also, in my eyes, is due to being uncomfortable, not throwing his sidearm, not being comfortable because he feels like he has to get the ball out or he feels like he needs to escape the pocket due to both tackles. So, Once they consistently play, then we'll be fine. Speaking on tackles, I don't think Jawan Taylor had a penalty. Wow. Woo. Woo. No penalty for Jawan Taylor. Okay. Yeah. Anyways. So. But. Once again, guys. The name of the game is to win. I don't care if he has 6 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. It sounds disgusting. And a bad completion rate. And his stats are very bad. Very bad. But we're winning. And he's a winner. And he still looks better than Peyton Manning did when Peyton Manning went on to win the Super Bowl. Even though Brock Osweiler came in, or whatever the case is. Regardless, Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl that season. And he looked way worse. So, which speaks on the gravity and the fact that our defense is playing lights out, bro. The defense is for real. So, now, speaking on the receivers, guys, I do think we need someone. I want to see Nico Remigio come up from the practice squad. I am sick and tired of Sky Moore. Bruh. Sky Moore. Do you guys remember Dan Sorensen? Chiefs Kingdom. Let me know down in the comments. Do you guys remember Dan Sorensen? Sky Moore is the new Dan Sorensen. Okay? I am sick and tired of Sky Moore. I don't care what no one says. Oh, that was a tough throw. No, it wasn't. If the ball hits your hands, you can catch it. He hasn't caught anything. He's dropping kickoff returns balls. Bro, get him the bleep out of there, bro. Andy Reid, what are you doing? Get Sky Moore out of there, bruh. Come on. He's done, bro. Sky Moore is done. Garbage, hot, trash, dumpster fire. No longer needs to play, bro. Period. He's worse than Kadarius Toney at this point. At least there was the hope. Kadarius Toney dropped. Oh, well, he is getting wide open. Bro, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I just had to get that out. Man. What the Man, bruh. Anyways. So, we're down to 4 receivers, guys. 4. Juju is Juju. Juju is not going to play every single game. Who knows what happens after this? Who knows? So, we got to pick somebody up. All there's really left is Deontay Johnson. DeAndre Hopkins. Deontay Johnson. I don't know. Deontay Johnson is solid. I do think Deontay Johnson will flourish in this system. I think DeAndre Hopkins will too. A lot of people say he's a 50. No, he's not. He runs routes very well. And he's a slant demon. You know, we don't run too many slants. But maybe we will with him. But I would probably rather get DeAndre Hopkins. I doubt it. It's probably not going to happen. But that's all that's really out there, guys. Other than that, Justin Ross is not the answer, guys. He's not the answer. Now, Nico Remigio, that route technician guy, I think can be a huge contribution to the offense, bro. I really do. I think Nico Remigio needs to come up from the practice squad. Montreal Washington is also another fast technician type of guy. Now, I don't know too much, but I do believe Nico Remigio is that, that dark horse that can kind of come out of nowhere. So, he's going to be a one-on-one all the time. But why he's not been brought up from the practice squad is mind-boggling, bro. Yeah, let's just keep Sky Moore because Sky Moore is good, man. Let's just continuously throw him the ball on third downs. And he drops the ball. Or just, doesn't catch the ball. Or doesn't run the right route. Yeah, no, that's fine. Next game, we'll just throw it to him on third down again. Yeah, keep throwing it to Sky Moore. Well, keep throwing it to Sky Moore and see what happens. Nothing good, ever. Period. So, That's that, guys. I'm sorry you guys had to hear that, but man. Dan Sorensen, Sky Moore. Sky Moore's no longer Sky Moore. He's Dan Sorensen to me now. Period. That's his new name, guys. Dan Sorensen at receiver. So, that being said, offense looked weird as usual. They moved the ball. Noah Gray looks like an emerging monster. So, he needs to get more targets moving forward. Xavier Worthy will figure it out, guys. Remember, at this point in time, Rashee Rice had not figured it out yet. I would say around week 8, week 9, week 10, that's when Rashee Rice really got going. So, I think I see the same thing happening with Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy might look a little better than Rashee Rice did in the beginning. So, we'll be fine, though. Moving forward, I think we'll be fine. The fact that we are moving the ball is a huge plus. The fact that when Pacheco comes back, him and Kareem Hunt are going to be a 1-2 punch. Guys, remember the Patriots' last ring that season? They ran the ball down everyone's throat, and then they won the Super Bowl because they threw the ball in the playoffs. I think that's what's happening here, fellas. So, defense played excellent. Offense definitely needs some work. But Patrick Mahomes needs some work. Patrick Mahomes needs to figure out this offensive line. Offensive line needs to get consistent. And that's that, fellas. But that's all I got for you guys. Don't forget, The Arrow Podcast. Like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, whatever. I'm outros.
Yeah, we running out of time. Won't fly, catch me in the end.